Hello, thank you for joining me today. I have my cute little fuzzy mic that I just absolutely love. Yes, and today we will be covering rank, specifically in the mental, psychological realm and the spiritual one as well. So, what is rank? What am I like referencing here? I'm specifically talking about ways that we assign rank, which kind of goes hand in hand with handing like a certain amount of your power over usually. Um, you can definitely have an understanding that somebody may know more than you. So in a sense, maybe they have like a higher rank in, a psychological realm, or maybe they've done more work than you spiritually or something, so you see them as like kind of an authority. And these are things that we can do ourselves, just in our own, ideas and thoughts and projections of like how the world is or should be. Those things can influence the amount of rank that you give somebody, and also, how we are conditioned as a society, and how aware we are of that conditioning or not. Yeah, all of these things influence how we like assign rank to people and how we interact with that. So if we're talking specifically about birth, a lot of people can default their way of thinking to a doctor very easily, or more specifically a surgeon, an obstetrician. They can assume kind of a lot in handing over this rank, right? When you psychologically believe that somebody has more knowledge than you, or they're kind of always subtly pulling that card on you, it can get you to hand over a little bit of your power and just kind of be like, oh, well, this was what I was told was the best thing for me. And maybe you truly feel like that's right. I'm not saying that any of this is right or wrong. I think we're all led divinely, and if you were led into a decision, or if you consciously made that decision, it's not exactly what I'm trying to get into, just to clarify. But there are ways that we are, subtly coerced into handing over our power and giving into these ranked positions. So, because doctors are held in a very high esteem in traditional, conditioning that we have right now, and like the predominant hierarchies of things, it can be much easier then for women to find support from, the greater community that be, when it comes to following the advice of a doctor, right? It can be filled with a lot more opposition if somebody decides that intuition holds more rank for them, that being led by God holds more, rank to them. There's all kinds of ways that we can like go against the grain with these things, and they can happen in big and small ways. It doesn't mean that you never listen to a doctor, and it doesn't mean that you never listen to intuition if you have a doctor. I think all of these things find their own balance for ourselves. But most importantly, like with all of these examples and definitions and everything, I think the most important thing that I've learned about rank is that it's really important to be conscious of how much rank you're giving somebody, i.e. how much of your power you're willing to hand over to this person. And I know mothers that feel more comfortable handing over the power of decision making for their body or their birth. They feel more comfortable handing that over to a doctor, and that's what they feel comfortable with. And then, there's other women who don't feel comfortable handing any of that power over at all. So in a sense, it's like they're, whatever is guiding them, whether that's themselves or a higher power or whatever it is, that's what they're more comfortable with. And I think the beauty in both of those decisions can be that they're made consciously. That the woman that knows that she is, going to do whatever it is that her OB tells her to do, or go with all the recommendations that her midwife makes, or suggestions that friends make, or whatever it is. I think if you're doing that consciously, that's just as sovereign and empowering as never listening to anybody else's advice, or never seeing an OB, or if you do see an OB, maybe you don't listen to anything that they say, or whatever the case may be. The emphasis here for me personally, and the one that I've seen help people kind of steer clear of that icky, like coerced feeling. Like if you are unconsciously engaging in rank and giving your power over, then it can make you like really question your decisions in the future. Not feel so good about the outcome of whatever the situation was. So many different ways that can manifest. But I do notice a lot higher kind of like inner peace and satisfaction when people are making these decisions consciously. So with rank, what is important in rank? I think that's going to depend on you, your life, your experiences, all of those things. But the amount of consciousness and the amount of awareness and the amount of attention that we pay these things, I feel can ultimately affect a great deal how we, feel about the outcomes of our decisions. So, yes, I hope that was a helpful little insight, and maybe, planting some seeds of awareness in you, or maybe get you to celebrate some ways that you, have made conscious decisions. So, yeah, may it just be uplifting, whatever it is. So much love to you.